Let's talk about the sniper only mode and multiplayer on COD Mobile. Have you ever wondered why the attachments seem so random? Or why enemy players appear to have customized setups while you're stuck with only one option per weapon? Stay tuned to find out how you too can take control of your setups, and stick around to the end to see a mini breakdown of a handful of epic blueprints available for the DLQ and the Arctic 50. Hey, what's up fam? I hope you're all having a weird and wonderful day. Well, let's get straight into it, shall we? As most of you already know, the sniper only in multiplayer typically only comes with two options for weapons. At the time of recording, the options are the DLQ and the Arctic 50. So we'll be sticking with those two sniper rifles for this video. Here's where the Gunsmith issue comes in. Supposedly, everybody has the same two options available. Yet once you start playing, you find out very quickly that some players are using a smaller scope, some players have faster ADS time, and some players have a different ammo type. So what's going on here? Are they hacking, or is there some way to change the options that you're given? I did some research and I came up relatively empty-handed, save for one vital piece of information. The highest tier blueprint in your collection sets the default. What does that mean? Well, it means if you have a legendary blueprint for the DLQ, you will no longer be able to use the epic blueprints in sniper only mode. If you have a mythic blueprint, not only can't you use the epic skins, but the legendary will be off limits as well. The mythic will be set to the default and there's nothing you can do about it. Let me know in the comments below if you know of a way to unequip the mythic DLQ in snipers only. At the time of recording, I do not, so please enlighten me. I did some experiments and tried several different things to get a different blueprint. I changed the blueprint being used in the multiplayer loadouts, I changed the blueprint being used in the weapon camo for BR, and I changed the blueprint being used in the BR airdrops. None of these had any effect, so I've got to conclude this is not possible to change. Only way I could use something other than the Lotus Flame is if I buy a second mythic blueprint for the DLQ. I don't know if there even is another mythic, the DLQ. I'm pretty sure the Lotus Flame is it. This leads us to the Arctic 50, the good news, and the real reason for this video. If you do not own a mythic or legendary skin for your weapon, which I do not, you may have some options. So here's what you do. Create a multiplayer loadout for the Arctic or the DLQ, whichever you don't have the mythic or legendary for. Go into the Gunsmith and click on the button at the bottom that says select blueprint. And just scroll across to the blueprint you want to use and select it. The next time you enter a match, that blueprint will be equipped. It's that easy. But to remind you, this only works if you don't have the mythic or legendary. Not only that, but you will only be able to use the attachments that originally come with the blueprint. You might feel as though you can make some changes since you can just swap all the attachments out in the Gunsmith, but what you're going to find is as soon as you start the match, the game has reverted back to the original unmodified version of the blueprint that you attached, completely ignoring any changes that you made. As I mentioned earlier, I don't have a mythic or legendary blueprint for the Arctic 50, so let me show you how this works. First, let's go ahead and attach the Embers burning blueprint. So now when we go into the match, you'll notice that we still have the mythic DLQ as expected, and the Arctic is currently equipped with the Embers burning blueprint. Now this could totally have been a fluke, so let me go back to the Gunsmith and change the blueprint and see what happens. Next blueprint up is a 0-point action. So now when we start, not only should the skin be different, but the attachment should change as well. Lo and behold, we have the 0-point action blueprint complete with its own set of attachments. Now this still could have been just random chance, so let me go back to the lobby one more time and show you definitively that this works and give you back some small measure of control over your weapon in sniper only mode. Okay, so this time we'll use the Black Horizon and see what happens. Voila, we have le Black Horizon. So to recap, if you have a mythic or legendary blueprint, you're kind of stuck. If you only have epic blueprints, then keep watching and I'll show you how to potentially get more blueprints. There's two ways to get to the section in the store where you're most likely to find some blueprints. Either click the store button on the main screen, then click credit shop, and then weapons, and then scroll down on the right hand side of the list until you find the weapon that you're looking for. Or go to the gunsmith and hit select blueprints and scroll over till you see what's available. Typically there'll be a button that says claim, and when you click that it'll take you to the credit shop. This isn't the only way to get blueprints for these sniper rifles. You can also complete events and tasks for certain skins, but this will give you instant access to at least a couple options if you haven't already purchased them. Press like now and we'll add a section to the end of this video breaking down some of the options available for the Arctic 50 and the DLQ. Go ahead, I'll wait. Alright, you win. We already added the section. But can you blame me for trying? Those likes aren't just a vanity measure. They help the YouTube algorithm determine whether or not to show this video to more people. Okay, one last piece of information before we get to the blueprints. Perks and score streaks are active in this game mode, and whichever multiplayer loadout you have selected as your default will be used to set the score streaks you get in the match. So make sure the loadout you want to use has the green check mark associated with it. Well, that just leaves us one last topic to talk about: the blueprints themselves. I don't have a whole lot of And that just leaves us one last topic to talk about: the blueprints themselves. I don't have a whole lot of these, so I can only break a few down. If you guys want to leave a screenshot of other blueprints in the comments below, we'll remake this video at some point and I'll make sure to include them in the remake. Alright, let's do this. Storm of the Ancients. This weapon uses the OWC monolithic suppressor, silencing your weapon and providing a modicum of stability. The YKM stock increases your ADS movement speed at the cost of some stability, with a 12-round extended mag and the stipple grip tape to reduce the sprint to fire delay. This blueprint has been my favorite so far. Stable enough for long distance, but with a response time that'll let you dance around quick scoping with the best of them. I highly recommend this blueprint. Dawgz Den gives it 2 paws up. Speaking of which, if you've made it this far into the video, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps us get a better rating with the YouTube gods. Next up, we have the Embers burning blueprint. This blueprint swaps the oh my god. Switching the stock optics for a 6 times, using the RTC steady stock and the granulated grip tape to increase your control, and with the MIP stopping power reload that increases the body part multiplier. This blueprint is better used for those range kills, as others will likely have the upper hand in close quarters combat. Now we have the 0-point action blueprint. Using a monolithic suppressor and the anti-material heavy barrel, this beast packs a real punch, while still having a decent number of rounds to play with between reloads. And the YKM light stock really lets you track your enemies with ease as you ply your craft on the battlefield. Now the Black Horizon is very much like the Embers burning blueprint. In fact, it's identical, except for now we swapped the 6X for sleight of hand, giving us a faster reload and, in my opinion, very much an improvement on the other blueprint. If the MIP stopping power is one of the attachments you want to use, then I would pick the Black Horizon and skip the Embers burning. The last blueprint in my Arctic collection is the Sprite Op skin. This blueprint increases your damage range, penetration, control, stability, and ammo. A very attractive combo, if you don't mind everything being slower than an old lady crossing the street. Now, I can't use any other blueprints for the DLQ since I have the Mythic Lotus Flame, but I do have a handful of epic blueprints, so we'll go over these real quick and call this video complete. The Crystal Chandelier uses the MIP light barrel and the YKM stock to improve your response time at the cost of accuracy and stability. Combined with the extended mag and the quick reload, this is a pretty good loadout if you intend to do any quick scoping. The Dusk Chroma, on the other hand, lacks the snappiness of the Crystal Chandelier, but makes up for it in raw power using the monolithic suppressor and the free-floating barrel to increase your damage range, while using the extended mag to increase your ammo capacity and the OWC laser to still give you that slight edge on trigger time. The Neon Burst is somewhere between the Crystal Chandelier and the Dusk Chroma, using the OWC Ranger to increase stability and control, countering the negative ADS time with the MIP light barrel. This loadout also increases your ammo by an extra 4 using the extended mag B, and a nominal increase to your response time can be found with the OWC laser. And the last epic DLQ blueprint in my collection is the Doomed Chorus. This setup decreases your damage range using the OWC light suppressor, keeps your ADS time down using the YKM combat stock, and has a couple extra rounds courtesy of the extended magazine. And if you're one of the players that likes to crouch or lay down when sniping, you'll be pleased to know that your crouching and prone recoil will be reduced by 15% from the equipped bipod. And that's it. You have reached the end of this video. I hope it was useful. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and leave a comment below with the screenshots of any blueprints that we may have missed in this video, and we'll go ahead and include those in the remake. Subscribe for more tips, tricks, and tutorials, and until next time, be safe and stay free. Woof.